Like my mom told me that she knows somebody who's like been deported like 4 times and they're
and they still come back. Like
they found all sorts of ways to come back.
Literally know people who like got deported and 2 months later they're back in the US. Like they're back in Philly. Like weren't you just in jail?
Welcome to the Empty Opinions Podcast, bitch.
I forget that I have that intro. That was me, by the way, with like a voice. Yeah. This is a fancy operation. You see, like the fucking lighting and the, you know what I mean, like
the
all this
setup.
shit. Yeah, exactly. Checking levels and shit. And we gotta start with a little dembow. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. You're like, I think, the second Dominican I've had on the podcast.
Is the first? Who's the first?
Ashley.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember her.
I mean, you wouldn't know from looking at her she's Dominican.
No, I did not expect that at all.
She's Dominican. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, whatever. I guess gotta let the music go. Yeah, the fucking ball. All right, let's hurry up. All right. Well, I mean, how are you? First of all, let me just start with this. How are you? How are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay. Why are you okay?
I don't know. I was kind of having a bad week. And I was like, do I want to go on this podcast today? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it because I don't have nothing else to do. And maybe it'll bring my spirits up.
All right. Wait. Okay. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you, is it anything you would like to talk about? Is it,
No,
what happened? Why are you?
Life, school.
Just too much stress.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, man.
It's a good way to end my week.
Yeah, it's just, that the stress is bad, man. I mean, there's definitely times where, like, I don't feel like doing the podcast. But, at this point, I have this thing where, like, I have to do it every week. You know what I mean? Like, because what episode is this? Episode 93. I just kind of gotta, like, I can't miss a week, because if I miss it, it's like going to the gym. You know what I mean? Which I need to really badly, but because I've gained it. I saw you looking at my belly too. You could tell I'm getting fat. Listen, I got that. What is it? The COVID-19.
Yes.
Like
There's no shame in that.
Listen, I got the COVID-19, and moving by myself was not the best decision for that either, because it's not my mom being like, "Yo, you're eating too much. Stop." Like, I got nobody. Like, I just open up my pack of Oreos. I look around. There's nobody.
Nobody to judge.
Yeah, so fuck it. I fucking dip it in I definitely need to go to the gym. But it's that same way where, like, if you miss a week, you're never going again. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I kind of got to treat this podcast. But, yeah, hopefully you feel better after. But that would have been, that's funny to hear that you almost, like, it would have been funny if, like, I'm outside of your house and you're like,
I would never do that, but
no,
that'd be terrible.
I mean, listen, I was supposed to do another episode. It's funny you brought that up, because I was supposed to do another episode on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, with my friend Sahir. And this motherfucker, it's like the third time that he's canceled. And it's funny, the way that he cancels, it's like the funniest shit, because it's so obviously like he just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker said, "Oh, bro, like asked him, like, yo, where am I picking you up?" Because we had set up, I was supposed to pick him up on Wednesday. And then it's like 12 and I'm supposed to go pick him up. And I'm like, "Yo, where am I picking you up?" He's not answering. And then like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to pick him up, he's like, "Oh, my bad, bro. I can't make it because there's a breakout of Corona here at campus."
Girl, bye.
And I don't want to give it to you.
That's any excuse.
Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, I said,
just say you didn't want to come.
But it's just funny because he always does that. Like, his excuses are the worst fucking excuses. And you know what it is? I've noticed something about him. He just makes a lot of he says yes to everything. And then when it's time, then he chooses, all right, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? You know what I mean? He was probably like, okay, well, I got to do the podcast, but do I want to hang out with this girl? Yeah, I'm just going to tell him I got Corona or some shit.
That's terrible.
But, yeah, that would have been, I don't know. I mean, I had this weird feeling, too. I was like, yo, she might cancel.
No, I originally thought it was yesterday. Like, yesterday, I looked at our DMs and I was like, oh, I said Saturday.
Yeah. So if it would have been yesterday, you probably wouldn't have done it.
I would have done it. I just would have been
really, like,
really dry.
All right. So, but you're feeling better though. You're good. Well, okay. What I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I saw your tweets. I feel like from looking at your social media, I feel like I got a good sense as to what is going on. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I got a good sense. I'm gonna start doing that whenever I have guests on. I'm just gonna like read them their tweets and be
That's exactly what you should do.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up your tweets. I'll pull up my Twitter too. And I'm gonna be like, do you want to explain this more? But I can tell you're kind of.
I feel like people really need, like, people always say, "Oh, you can never know nothing by looking at my social media." I just be you're lying. We know you're tweeting exactly what's in your head because I do it too.
Well, I mean, you starting off with a bang here. Don't take genuine love and loyalty for granted. That shit hard to come by. What's wrong, Elba? What's wrong? You good?
My boyfriend left me.
Wait. Really? So it was that.
Yeah, that's why I was sad. Like last Saturday, me and my boyfriend broke up.
Oh man.
I know.
Damn.
So it was sad.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That is very fucked up. You know, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough, man.
And it wasn't even anything crazy like, oh, he cheated on me. Yeah. It's just like life. Like, I feel like this is like everybody's at a weird spot in their life.
Yeah.
So
yeah, shit just kind of happened, and then I just came
people
to that conclusion.
Go through stuff.
Damn, that's rough, man.
Yeah. Like, at least if it were like something bad, like he cheated on me or I cheated on him, then I'd be like, all right, fuck him. But it's like,
those
just
are
an
the
unfortunate
worst.
event.
No, that's so crazy because those are actually probably the worst type of breakups where there's like the ones that just kind of happen.
Yeah,
that's
and you
even
just
worse.
Can't control it.
Yeah. So man, that's crazy. That's fucked up. Let me do that shit again. That's some sad shit. I kind of knew it was probably something like that. You know what I mean? Because like, you know how hard it is. Listen, I remember I was going through something similar. I think like last year because I was talking to this girl for like a month, and then her ex came back. Then she ended up like going back to her ex, and like for like 2 weeks, like I was just posting the most depressing like tweets and Instagram stories. I remember like a couple of friends of mine were like, "Yo, you go," but I was going through it, man. Sometimes you go through, and I mean I deleted all them shits, but like sometimes you just kind of. I mean, and the good thing that came of it is that she's the reason I started this podcast because I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. It was summer. I wasn't hanging out with her anymore. I wasn't really doing shit. I was like, what, fuck it, let me start a podcast. I've been wanting to do one a long time. Now, here we are a year later, and it's doing great. It's episode 93, but, yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough.
It could have been something terrible like that. Like, he went back to his ex. I mean, at least it's not something like that. Yeah. That's something I would never condone. Never go back to your exes.
Really?
I would never.
So you're one of those people who's like, never look back?
We're done.
Interesting. So even I've thought about. I'm kind of like that. That's how. That at least is my opinion on it. But what do you think about just casual shit?
What?
Like casual.
Okay, I don't. So
you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that just
friends
do.
With their exes
friends with their ex, or just like they might do certain shit just like as a whatever.
No, I know I don't do that just because. You don't, but just because I just feel like if we're exes, all of my past, like, I don't have a lot of exes, but people I used to mess with ended in a bad way. So it's like, I wouldn't even want to be friends with you. But I'm not going to lie, I follow a few people I used to mess with on social media.
Right.
Like, but I don't talk to you. I don't do nothing. Like, we're not friends. We could be cool. We could be cordial and follow each other on social media, but don't talk to me because I wouldn't respond.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how that happens where people are just like cool with their exes or like they're just best friends or whatever. I mean, I don't know. There's a certain thing of like maybe this is an advice that Mr. Doze gave me like a while ago. He was like, you can't look at life like so like black and white. And I try to like live by that so much. So whenever I think of like, there's no fucking way I'm like talking to my ex, I'm like, okay, but why though? Like I started thinking of like, is that like an ego thing? Do you really don't want to talk to them? Like, are you... Or is it just like an ego thing? Like, I'm not going back to the person that, left me or whatever. I don't know. But the going back to the exes thing, it's just a comfortable thing, I feel like. You're right?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably why a lot of people do it. It's like so easy.
You don't gotta get to know anybody else. I know a lot of people do it. They don't want to get their body count to go up. So they just go back to their exes. That's a real thing. Like,
okay. That's yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. I guess. But yeah, because a lot of people, take that shit seriously, like the bad body count thing.
Yeah.
But but you're still having sex. I don't know. Like, does it matter? Does it matter? Like the different type of body. Like, I guess people. This might be a controversial opinion, but I just feel like if you're having sex 100 times with just one person versus like 20 times with 5 people. It's 100, right? 20 times 5? Okay, that just fucked me up with that math right there. But I don't know, like, yeah, I just think sex is, like, I don't think, like, because this is a different body is anything crazy.
I don't know. I don't really care about body counts. Like, I guess maybe because...
Why do people care about, I mean, the possibility of fucking STDs and shit? Like,
I don't think it has anything to do with STDs.
I don't know.
I really think people just care about a person's body count. Maybe it's like it reveals something about you. So like people assume like, oh, if you have a body count over a certain number, you're a hoe because you like sleep with anybody. But I feel like it shouldn't be that way, because what if you were in love with all the 10 people you had? Like,
exactly.
What kind of like who are you to tell somebody else? And I know a lot of guys do a lot of the judging. I know so many guys who don't even know their body counts. Like, stop counting 10 bodies ago.
Yeah,
so, like...
it's definitely a double standard. Like, guys can just fuck anybody and nobody cares. I mean, the higher your body count, the better it is for, like, certain guys. Like, yo, that's crazy, bro. You're fucking. But, like, yeah, that body count thing doesn't really... I don't understand. I think, how do you feel about, like, when people want to get to know the past of somebody else? Like, if you're talking to somebody, how important is it to know about their past? Even if it's like if it's not gonna deter you either way, but how do you feel about? Because I was watching this movie and they were talking about how like the past shouldn't really be talked about, or like it doesn't matter when you're with somebody. How do you feel about that? Do you think it matters?
I feel like it matters to an extent. Like, you don't have to tell me every single one of your exes, when y'all started dating, why y'all broke up, but I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by the way they talk about their ex. So like, for example, I used to mess with this boy. It didn't go well, but I remember one time he told me he used to date his blood brother's ex-girlfriend. So him and his brother dated the same girl. And I was like, that is so weird.
It's disgusting.
Like, that's how crazy. Can you, like, so she would come over and be in your room and her ex is your brother who's in the other room. And I was like, after me and him stopped talking, I was like, I should have took that as a red sign.
Yeah,
like, you would date your blood brother's ex. And his like, justification for it was, well, I liked her. And he doesn't, and he stopped dating her. I was like,
that's crazy. I mean, yeah, like, what the fuck were they talking about family dinner? I was like, yo, bro, how you fucking last night?
Yeah, like you see, you can tell a lot about a person by like their past.
No, it's true. But I mean, then you have to juggle that with, like, you don't want to judge somebody from their past because maybe they could change, right? Especially when, when people are younger, they can probably change. And I bet you that happens a lot with a lot of women. Like, that are like, I don't want to tell you anything about my past because, I've changed, or, like they feel ashamed or whatever of shit that has happened. So it's like, it's a weird balance. But yeah, you probably shouldn't. I mean, isn't that like the bro code? You know what I mean? Like,
especially because he's like your blood brother.
Your actual
like, you have
bro.
The same mom.
Yeah, like that's a literal bro, like brother code.
So I should have known from that moment he has no respect.
That's crazy.
Or morals.
I wonder how the brother felt.
I wish I would have asked him. I didn't really talk to his brothers like that, but I should have known from that moment.
Right.
It was gonna be weird.
Yeah, I wonder about, like, if the brother was like, yeah, it's cool, or like, yeah, I don't know, because I've thought about this, because this, like, this has been a topic, like, I've talked to my sister about this, like, yo, I know this friend of mine, and he has a sister, and I like the sister. It was like, nah, don't do it, because if it goes bad, then it's get mixed up. But also, like, oh, I like his ex. I was like, don't do it. Like, my sister, she's the one that kind of helps with all that. I was like, yeah, that's fucked up. Just don't do it. Because it's going to be bad. You know what? Because, yeah, it's like, you got to be considerate of, like,
if like, you ask and they say yes. Like, still.
Yeah, it's still
like,
annoying.
I'm not friends with girls who, I had, like, this friend. And every guy I liked, like, she would go for them. Like, literally. Like, I would be like, such and such is so cute. And, like, next thing I know, such and such is like, oh, your friend DM'd me. And I'm
that's wild.
Are you my friend? Like, that's
crazy.
how I know it's like, yeah, we can't be friends. we can't be friends if every guy. I feel like she was like looking for motivation in the guys I used to talk about.
Yo, she was like, she probably took it as a competition. All right, let me see if I can do it.
I think maybe that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, probably. That's fucked up. Yo, why y'all like that? Why women like that, man?
I don't know. I know I would never do that.
Crazy.
I've never dated any of my friends' exes or any guy they liked. Because why would you do that? Even if it was like a guy you liked in second grade. Like
Right. People just need to realize there's a lot of people in the world. We like feel like there's only so many people, especially in Philly. I mean, for everybody, you're like 2 degrees of separation from knowing literally anybody in Philly. Like you can know somebody, then that person knows somebody, and then it comes back in a circle. Everybody in Philadelphia knows each other somehow. It's fucking crazy.
Maybe that's why body count is so like important.
Yeah, you're right.
Because everybody knows everybody.
That's crazy. So yeah, that everybody kind of knows that information. Yeah, I'm not in those circles, so I don't know who the fuck is fucking anybody.
I don't want to know either.
I do. I like the gossip. I want to know, because I'm not involved with it. So I'm like at afar. I'm like
from a distance.
I like enjoying the drama. I was like, yo, she fucked him, and he gave her what? That's always funny to me. But yeah, that sucks, man. It's like how does somebody even deal with like heartbreak? Like have any of your friends like told you like advice like, yo, you should do this to feel better? Is like, what do you do?
I don't even know. Just I would say eat, but I don't even eat a lot. Just watch TV, distract yourself. Me, TikTok. That's what I do.
TikToks like, all day, making them and watching
TikTok,
them. Do you make any TikToks?
Them. No, I just watch them. Just watch TikToks, and next thing you know, like 3 hours have gone by. Okay, time to go to sleep.
Yeah, getting over certain people, that shit is hard. Especially, I mean, the one way I've been able to do it, or not able, the only way for me that I can even do that is literally like, what's the phrase? Like a nail takes out another nail? Whatever the fuck is like, that phrase is like, just literally liking somebody else is the only way I can stop liking somebody.
The best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know I could be able to do it. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, I understand what it's saying, but for me is more, just liking somebody else, and because I don't know, for some reason I'm weird like that. I can't really like 2 different people because it's like it feels weird. Like I feel guilty. It's a whole thing. So like even if that's how listen. Okay, I don't. I want to take it off of you for a second and talk about what the fuck I've been going through the past couple of weeks. I was past month or so. Like I was talking to this girl, and it turns out obviously she didn't want a relationship, and for whatever reason I was getting this idea that she did, not like right now, but like it was heading there. But she put like a fucking hard stop to it. And I was just thinking like, what was I even? Well, whatever. Basically, like, it was hard for me to, because as soon as she said, because here's the thing, it was like she put a stop to it twice, but it was different. So okay, well, I'll just give you this whole fucking backstory. Right. I want you to hear some of my drama. You know what I mean? But like, for example. So we started talking, right? And I remember talking. I did a podcast with somebody, and they were like, the most important thing you can do in the talking stage is to tell the person what your intentions are. Yeah. So I took that advice to heart. It's like after like a week or so, I told her, I'm like, we kind of had that conversation, and that's the thing. That's one of the hardest conversations to have. It's really awkward, like, because it could just end at that moment. Like, oh, well, we are clearly not in the same page, so it can't proceed. But so when I tried to do it with her, she just told me she had gotten out of like a 3-year relationship back in January, right? Which has been a lot of time. I feel like 9 months is like, I don't know, enough to get over somebody. But that's just what I thought. So I didn't think that was like an issue as much as she just wanted to be like single. You know what I mean? She didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. And I was like, yeah, totally get it. I mean, I did, but not right now. This is what I told her. I'm like, I want a relationship, but not now. Like way later on. Because I want this to kind of build. And the thing that confused me is when I said that, she didn't really say, nah, I don't want that either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you don't say no, I'm just like...
Yeah, she didn't tell me like, yeah, I don't really want even later, like anything, right? She was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Which is, it's fine. But that's the thing that I hate is when somebody kind of doesn't know what they want because it gets
wasting my time.
Yeah, not only that, but it gets complicated. So whatever, like we start talking and we're doing certain shit. And here's the thing. That one thing that I can remember vividly. I was like, she said randomly out of nowhere, like it was a Tuesday, and I guess she was free on Wednesday. She was like, "We should go to New York tomorrow," right? She said that, right? Besides of whatever, that could mean. Like at the moment, I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not? Let me be free, whatever. And it never happened because she had schoolwork. She was just kind of eager to like fucking, what I mean? You ever get those moments like, I don't want to do shit anymore. I just want to go somewhere. But, it never happened. But just her saying that doesn't seem like a casual thing.
Yeah, like,
I don't think the person you're casually talking to just be like, yo, let's go to New York. No. I don't think like that moment like kind of caught me off guard. Another thing that caught me off guard is like whenever we would see each other, we would give like pet kisses, which is like also weird because if you're like casually doing something with somebody,
I don't think you could casually kiss.
That's
somebody.
What I'm saying. You can't like give a like hey like a
no.
peck. You can't do that if you're in a casual thing. Whatever. Like it's only now that I've been thinking about it because I was thinking, it was like, why did I think this could go anywhere? And I feel like those were the things that happened. But then she was like, I feel like you like me way more than I like you. And like she said that. And I think she was right. But she said that and she's like I told you, I just want a relationship. And, I was like, okay, I know what you don't want. You don't want a relationship. But what do you want? Because I'm literal. I need to know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
Period.
And even in that moment, she was just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just know I don't want a relationship. And, I could obviously read into that and mean, I don't want to be with you. Like, that's kind of what that means.
Yeah.
Let's keep it. But, like, I don't know. I like when people are honest. So, like, at that moment, I kind of gave her the opportunity for her to be just like, yeah, what do I want? I want to talk to a lot of different guys. And as soon as she would have said that, if she would have said that, I would have been like, okay, that's fine. Because I can't do that.
Right.
But the way I find out that that's what she was doing, she, like, posted a story pretty much just saying that, like, tagging her friends, like, yeah. Like, it was a GIF reaction, right?
Right.
And it was like somebody was like, oh, I respect you, this, whatever. It was like a GIF of somebody saying that, whatever. Doesn't matter. But she ended up tagging her friends and being like, this is how y'all look at me when y'all know that I'm talking to 10 different guys and I'm single.
Why would she say that on the internet?
Why would she post that in her story? Why would she post that knowing I'm watching it? Bro, that shit hit me. When I saw that, I was like, wow. Like, I was in shock. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, yo, that's fucked up. Like, to me, I was like, yo, that's fucking disrespectful.
She wanted you to watch that.
I know.
Like,
that's even
when she could have just told you when you asked her.
That's the thing that kind of bothered me is that I gave her the clear, like, what do you want? I want you to tell me right here and right now. And she didn't really say anything. So I guess, obviously she did that. So I will learn. The other thing that was fucked up is that that artist Eladio Carrion?
Yeah.
So that's she posted a song of her twerking to that song by a guy named Eladio. And I saw that, I'm like, come on. It's like, there's some way you didn't think that Eladio is going to be watching this. And that made me so mad, I'm never listening to his fucking music. I swear to God.
She ruined it forever.
I'm never listening to that fucking Eladio Carrion's music. And I hear
feel like
it's good.
It's girls like that make girls like me look terrible. Like that, that like make guys not want to ever talk to girls ever again.
Yeah, but I didn't take it. I'm not mad at her. She just did that, I think, because she did see that I was liking her more than she liked me.
But she could have just said it.
That's the thing. I would have much rather her just kind of say it as opposed to posting shit on Instagram story that now, I mean, I just muted her because I didn't follow her. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be like that. But I can't see her stories and her posts or any of that shit. But the reason I give you all that background is to say, now what do I do to like try to get over her? Because I was heading in that direction of like really liking her. So now I had to like stop. Now I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I do? And the only thing I can do, like, for one, that's why I muted her. I can't look at her. No. Like, every time if I look, any sort of visual thing, like, everything comes back right away.
You're nice to even still be following her.
well,
me, block.
Well, she was a good friend. That's the other thing. Like, it did feel, it was like a good, we got along. You know what I mean? It was like we had like some sort of, like, she was a good friend. She ended up, because I would talk to her about stuff and shit, you know what I mean? So she did become like a good friend. So I don't want to completely like cut her off, but I definitely did tell her. I was like, listen, I appreciate you as a friend. I don't want to lose you as a friend, but I'm going to stop texting you, because I can't text you. You know what I mean? In order for me to stop, I can't keep talking to you. So I told her that. So I haven't talked to her in a while, but basically what I was trying to say, like, to get over somebody, like, I first can't see the person, and also I literally just need to, like somebody else.
Me, I distract myself. Do my schoolwork, go to work.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Yeah, distracting yourself. I mean, yeah. But that's the thing. I could be doing anything, and like random thoughts would just come. It's like,
I know how you
or
feel.
Random things. Like now, like for example, it's just things that like remind me of her now that I can't stop. Like for example, Eladio Carrion. Every time I see him in fucking Spotify, I'm like, this fucking bitch. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. But like, or like now, whenever I see any kind of Spanish music, certain shit that we talked about, like it all, I see it everywhere.
Time heals.
That's another thing. Yeah.
That's some real shit. Like, time really does heal.
Yes.
Give yourself time. Me, I'm not forcing myself. It is what it is. I'll get over it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a healthy way to look at it. Just like, it is what it is.
You can't control something, so it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I talked about all that, and it wasn't even a relationship. It's like I can only imagine.
I also always tell myself they always come back. And nobody has ever proved me wrong with that. Any guy I ever mess with, they always come back.
That's so funny.
Every single time.
Oh, yeah, then that definitely should make you
feel better. So it's
better.
like, and I have a really big ego. So, like, huge ego.
I can't listen to a guy that has my name. I also have a big ego. Like, I can't see this motherfucker putting out music. So after that, I'd be like,
girl, they always come back.
And they proved you right. So it's like, that's crazy. Well, yeah, I guess that would make you feel better, and it is gonna be even better when you don't give a fuck about him, and then he eventually comes back, and you're like, nah, bro. But yeah, that's a pretty good feeling. Like, that's good. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a silver lining of like, that at least I'm not gonna be the one going after them. They're gonna be the one going after me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, one of the reasons I wanted to invite you on the podcast, is because I've noticed you're pretty outspoken about the fucked up things that Dominicans do,
and especially when it comes to like, out in this shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that because I'm a proud Dominican. Obviously, you are as well. But that don't mean like there's not fucked up shit happening.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand on y'all with everything, but
yeah. The main thing is that Dominicans don't know the difference between race and ethnicity. It's like, they really don't know. It's like, it's funny whenever.
And there's no point in explaining it either. Like, people always say, "Oh, correct people when they're being ignorant." No. There's no point in doing that.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't work. People can say that all they want, but it doesn't work. Like it's funny whenever like you're filling out a form or whatever, or like helping my parents out. I'm like, what are we, white or black? It's like, we're Dominican. It's like,
it's not an option. It's literally like a bubble that you fill in.
Yeah, it's like, I can't tell you how often that happens. Whenever you bring that up to Dominicans, it's like, you're black. No, I'm not. I'm Dominican.
I don't even ask anymore. Like, filling out papers, you are what I say you are, and that's exactly what it is.
But that's what's rough about it. It's like, that's what Dominicans need to realize. Like, you can be Dominican, but you are either, white or black. And there are white Dominicans. Yeah. Ashley's one. She's clearly fucking white.
I have white cousins, Dominican cousins who are white.
Yeah. Like, so there's, they're all Dominicans, but you gotta realize, like, you are black. Because that's the thing that a lot of Dominicans, like, don't want to admit for whatever reason. And I understand it's like that Dominican pride. You feel like, no, I'm Dominican. But it's like, you got to separate that. We're talking about race. Race and ethnicity are two different things. Dominicans can be white or black, like we just said. So you got to kind of, and that's the crazy thing. A lot of the time, just look at the mirror, bro. Or like,
who are you trying to lie to? Like, how you going to tell me like I'm not looking right at you? Me, honestly,
yeah, it's funny.
The older Dominicans, I'm just letting them continue their weird thought process.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, I can't change it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna argue with you every time we bring this up.
Yeah,
and that's how I do it. Because I don't want to waste all my energy. They're not gonna they're not gonna get it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with them. We just gotta call them black, and I bet you that will probably get them mad. But it's like, you're black. It's like, and that's the other thing, is the beef that certain Dominicans have with Haitians. That's another reason why they're like, oh yeah, they're black. Like, Haitians, they're black. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. They're black. But
and I literally had like my grandma tell me, like, I remember one time she was like they were talking about like elections in DR. I think they just happened recently, and she wanted to go there to vote and stuff. And she was like, oh, I'm going to vote for such and such because he's going to get all of the Haitians out. And I was like, so why don't y'all like Haitians? And she was like, because they come to our country just to have kids. And I was like, sounds very familiar to me.
Similar. Yeah,
like,
I've heard this before.
Like, as if you didn't come to this country just to like, I was like, you did the same thing to the U.S.
Yeah, it's so funny. They don't see their hypocrisy.
No,
that's
and
hilarious.
She was like, yeah, well, they do voodoo. I was like, I know you're not talking. Like, I've seen a lot of people in my family doing voodoo on people.
For sure do voodoo.
So I'm like, you shouldn't be talking they do voodoo, because I've seen a lot of Dominicans do the same thing.
That's hilarious. Yeah, the thing about like coming to the country having kids is literally like, what Dominicans do. Here. Like, Dominicans will find all sorts of, like, my mom told me that she knows somebody who's like been deported like 4 times, and
and they still come back. Like
they found all sorts of ways to come back.
People who like got deported and 2 months later they're back in the US. Like, they're back in Philly. Like, weren't you just in jail?
No, that's hilarious. Yeah, Dominicans they ain't gonna give up on that.
No.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, I wonder what. Yeah, I guess it's just colorism. Like, where does that like hate, like self-hatred comes from? Where a lot of Dominicans don't want to admit they're black. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where the fuck that.
Like, you gotta come to a realization. You're black. Like, how do you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not black, knowing you're black?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, the thing that's also tricky is like those Dominicans that are like, maybe my skin, like kind of lighter. It's like they're not white, but they're not black. They're in this weird gray area. Yeah. Those are tricky. But I feel like, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. But at the end of the day, you kind of are just what you look like. You know what I mean? In terms of race, that's just what you are.
You don't, like, I always tell my grandma. So when you walk past a white person, do you think they think you're white? Because they don't.
No, fuck no.
They don't think you're white.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Yeah. That's definitely true, but for whatever reason, I don't. Do you ever feel that? Oh my god, this fucking kid! This fucking microphone picks up everything. These fucking little fucking Aryan or whatever the fuck they are, like Russian. It's like a Russian family. This is a 1-bedroom apartment. Somehow there's 4 kids on top of me. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
How it's happening? 4 people in 1 bedroom.
I don't know how they have 4 kids and then the mom, in one bedroom. You see the layout? It's just 1 bedroom right there. I don't know if they have a bed. Whatever. I don't want to judge, but like, those fucking kids throw me off. I hate that. You know what they do all day too, which is kind of cute. Like, whenever I come, like the kids from that building and the kids from this building, they talk to each other to the windows.
Through the window
all day. They just be like yelling at each other and just talking like building to building. It's kind of cute when you see it, but yeah, those Dominicans that are kind of like in the middle, it's hard to tell what they are. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, and those are, and that's the thing. And okay, this is a better discussion. Like, there's a whole like debate. I feel like that the Hispanics can't say the N-word. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
That I find that very interesting because I feel like it really just depends on where you're from. I mean, people say that, but it's like it's rough because it's like you can find so many examples of like Hispanics that like Cardi B is a prime example. Yeah. She has Dominican, or she's half black, half Dominican, whatever, but she's very Dominican.
Yeah.
One of the biggest artists in the world. Listen to her fucking music. It's like
she says the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. So
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like
I don't say it. I don't know why. You know why I don't say it? Because I can't. Because I was born in the Dominican Republic and I moved here when I was 11. So like I was never like, I didn't grow up saying it.
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I've been cursing since like 3rd grade.
That's what I'm saying. So if everybody around you is, it becomes just a thing. Like in New York, everybody's like.
And I went to predominantly black schools. Like you know the area I live in. Everybody's here. You're either black or like the white people that think they're black. But me.
You mean what are they? It's not Armenians. It's you know what the fucking the
I
white
don't even
people
know what they are, but I know they're
Armenian.
white.
Or maybe it is Armenian.
I have no idea.
No, that's Kim Kardashian's family. They're Armenian.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're Armenian. They're not even white. But that's crazy. I mean, you would never fucking guess, but they...
So I say the N-word, but I have Dominican cousins who look white, and they wouldn't dare to say the N-word.
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like...
It's really just about how you look like.
Yeah, what you look like.
Wait, hold on real quick. I gotta change the camera because I heard it turn off. You can keep talking, though.
But yeah, I definitely say the N-word because I grew up saying it. I'm not gonna lie though, I did have somebody tell me before I can't say the N-word.
So you had that experience?
Yes, like, I remember it was like 9th grade year, maybe 10th grade. I was on the bus, and I was on the phone with one of my sister's friends, and I was like, oh, like, I said the N-word. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I definitely said it. And this lady in front of me was like, how dare you say the N-word? Like, you can't say it. And she was saying all this stuff to me, and I was like, is she crazy? Like, is she on drugs? Like, she was reacting as if I said it to her or if I said it like with the hard R. Right. Like she was really upset and I was like, whatever. Like, and then I just got up and moved to the other side of the bus. I was like, I got
Was she black?
Yeah.
Oh wow, interesting. Do you think she could tell that you were like not black?
I don't know.
Because I mean that's the thing. It's like at the end of the day.
They're so loud.
I know. I just want to like fucking throw a brick at one of those kids. But look, listen. But it's like at the end of the day, it's kind of just what you look like. You know what I mean? Like I keep going back to that because unfortunately, it's just you can't get over it. Like like for example, like you said, like you have white Dominican cousins. They wouldn't say
the N-word.
You know what I mean? Because he just looks
and they're
weird.
Full Dominican. They just look white. Like
yeah, and I mean yeah, exactly. It's like. That's why it's always funny, like those that because in Bodine there's only one type of white person is the ones from it's not Armenia. What the fuck is it? I keep forgetting. They're
the flag is like has the bird on it. I know exactly what
it's
you're
like a red flag. What
the
fuck are those people called, man? Forget.
Albania.
Albanians don't give a fuck. But there's not one Albanian that doesn't say the N-word in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's always hilarious to see it too. It like takes you aback. I was like, wait, what? Like you look, it was like, what? Who the fuck just? What? Like
you just said
look.
The N-word?
Yeah, and then and nobody really says anything because I guess they'd be like, oh, I'm not white, I'm Albanian. It's like
whatever.
You're like, fucking white. What the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean? But yeah, it's just funny to see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's just funny to see how like. At the end of the day, it's kind of what you look like that lets you... Like, for example, Lil Xan. Yeah. You know he's Mexican? I didn't know he was fucking Mexican.
Yeah, I knew he was Mexican.
He's Mexican, so I guess maybe he could kind of get away... But, like, if you see him saying the N-word, you're going to be confused.
I don't know. Like, maybe because I feel like Philly... Well, the parts of Philly that I be in aren't racist. So, like... If I have, like, I don't have any white friends, but if I did have white friends who had said the N-word, I'd be like, you can't say the N-word. But, like, people in, like, elementary school, like, in middle school, there was this one white girl, she would say the N-word, but, like, she was a white girl from the hood. So I was like, I guess, like, she's not trying to be something she's not. So I never corrected her, like, oh, you shouldn't say the N-word. But then again, in middle school, nobody really cared.
No, yeah, probably
like,
not. I don't think,
we didn't really care. Like,
you know what's so funny? You saying that, they actually, for whatever reason, this memory pops up where, like, there was this one... he was black and it was like you know Julia de Burgos? Yeah. The elementary school? Yeah. Like it was there and the kid was black. You say you went there?
No, my cousin went there.
Okay. Who's your cousin?
Taina.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I didn't know her from there, but yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
Well, she's problematic, but we won't get into it.
She's probably gonna see this like.
Yeah. Exactly. She's one of the people that I think about with like problematic Dominicans, but whatever. What was I saying?
You were saying Julia de Burgos.
Oh yeah, like I remember a memory of like this one black kid who like said it and like one of the white teachers had to like sit him down and explain to him why he can't use that word.
Maybe it's
like give him the background of
it.
You're right, yeah, but it's just funny that like a white teacher set this black kid up because we don't know, you know what I mean? Like you don't understand like how fucking
especially not in middle school.
Yeah, the origins of the N-word. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't even think about that until
hell no.
I got to high school.
Yeah, you only become conscious exactly when you get to high school. I got a couple other topics that I wrote down that I wanted to talk to you. Oh yes, I want to hear your opinion on this. What ends a relationship more, a guy cheating or a woman cheating? What damages the relationship more, you think?
To me, a guy cheating because I'm a girl. But yeah, I feel like...
Because okay, let me explain it further because I want to tell you my theory on this. I think that when obviously this is not every woman. This is just a generalization. But I think most women, when they cheat, they're over with the guy. Like they're done. They don't give a fuck about the guy. If they cheat, it's over. So like I feel like when a woman cheats, the relationship, I don't think you can salvage it at all. As opposed to like if a guy cheats, maybe the guy still wants to be with you, but it's just kind of cheating. What do you think about that theory?
Okay, I agree. So when girls cheat, girls cheat, it's definitely emotions involved, and I feel like when guys cheat, there aren't any emotions involved. Yeah. So when a guy cheats, guy literally just cheat to cheat. I think I watched one of your podcast episodes where you were talking about this with someone, and they was like, guys don't go out looking to cheat. Like, they don't look to cheat. It's something that kind of just pops up. That's a lie. Y'all do be looking to cheat. Yes. Well, I know so many dudes who be, like, in DMs, just being Joe, being hyped. Like, I don't feel like this girl just falls into your lap and you don't mean to cheat and you do. But girls definitely do cheat with emotions. Guys just cheat to cheat.
Well, let me clarify that. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of guys that go out there just to get their dick sucked or whatever. Yes. Like, you know, I'm just trying to get out there. But listen, I think there's a lot of guys that probably don't go out looking for it. And they kind of fall in this situation where their horniness takes over. They can't really stop. That's the one thing about guys. I don't know if you know. But, like, when guys get horny, they're just, like, not themselves. They're not even there. Like, you ever heard like you're thinking with your dick? That's like a real thing because it's a real thing. It's like your brain it shrinks, and then your decisions are all guided by what's below the waist. It's literally it's true. It's so weird. Like I heard a comedian says like when guys get horny, it's like. You ever like be driving and then you kind of
zone out and you don't even know you're driving,
and then you come back like 5 minutes later. Like, what the fuck was I doing? Like that's how guys feel when they're. But obviously the problem is that certain guys put themselves in those positions, so you can't really not take accountability for it. But I do think there's certain guys who probably don't think about it. It's like I'm gonna just go hang out with my friends, and then their friends invite women, and at that moment you'll probably be like, okay, I gotta go. 'Cause this could go down the wrong path. That's what guys should do, but some guys don't even think. It was like then the girl starts like grabbing his legs, like kind of push him, and then it's like you can't control. But obviously no excuse. But I'm just saying I feel like that happens more often. But with the emotions thing, that's why I think. I'm not gonna tell women to take guys back if they cheat, but I feel like it is possible for a guy to go in the to be able to not cheat again if you take them back. It depends. I mean, I'm one of those people that I'm kind of like a 3 strikes and you're out kind of person. So like I let people kind of
push the limits.
Well, that sounds wrong, but like I just think people make mistakes, and sometimes that doesn't mean you gotta like completely cut them off or like get rid of them or whatever. But yeah, it's a hard conversation. But you know what's so funny? I don't even think it's ever happened where like a guy has tried to work out through a girl cheating.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Because their ego gets hurt so much.
And also, I don't know.
Not even thinking about it.
I don't know too many girls who cheat. I don't think I know any girls who
really?
I don't have a lot of friends like that, but I don't know any girl. Yeah, I don't know any girl who's cheated on a guy, but I would assume if you cheat on a guy, you don't want to be with him no more, because I feel like girls are willing to take a lot in a relationship, like to put up with a lot of shit. So if you cheat on a guy, you must really be done with him.
That's what I think.
I feel like she don't even want to be with you after she cheats on you. Whereas to guys, they'll cheat on you and then be like, oh, like beg for you back. Where a girl, if a girl cheats on a guy, she's not gonna beg for him back.
Right. I think it might be like a weird cycle that women like will cheat on a guy and kind of do it purposeful so that the guy is like done. Like that's how they get back at the guy. Because I don't think there's ever been a situation like I started to think about like I wonder if there's ever been a situation where like a guy gets cheated on and he tries to make it work with a girl.
Yeah,
I don't think that happens. I've never heard
of that.
Yeah, I don't think that happens. That would be funny. You know, if anybody's listening or watching, I would love to hear if you've ever done that shit. Because I don't think that ever happens. Like guys' ego just gets hurt too bad. So I wonder. Yeah, I don't even think it could work. Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, yeah. And you know what's so crazy? It's weird how it all works out because it's like the reason a lot of guys like cheat or do shit or like maybe don't take women seriously or like, you know, be doing all the fuck shit that guys do. At the end of the day, it all comes back to like them getting hurt when they were younger. It's like
guys will get like hurt at the age of 12 and never look back.
That's actually like, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. They're like,
it's time to move on.
Yeah, I saw her, you know, holding the hands with this
somebody
other kid.
Was pushing her on the swing when we were 7, and you never trust females ever again. That's exactly how it is.
That's funny. Like, that's hilarious. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I think guys need to fix that about themselves. Like, okay, unless you go through real hard, like a hardship.
Yeah, like I don't know any guys who've been through like real hard, like a relationship. Yeah. Like it's always dumb stuff.
Yeah, the only way I'll allow you to not trust women again is if you walk into your apartment and she's fucking somebody else. Yeah. At that point, all right, never trust women again. I'll feel you. You know what I mean? That's kind of fucked up. But like if she was exactly like, you know, giving a note to somebody else, she wrote yes and do you want to go out with me on a piece of paper and gave it back to him. It's like you saw it. Me? Like yeah, and I mean every guy's going through that because that shit just happens. Like women. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like when we're like I remember, like this would be an example of somebody like if it was a typical guy, like I would never trust women again. But I remember like in 7th grade or 7th grade, I had this note for this girl that I had a crush on, and I told my friend to give it to her, and it was recess, and I was looking from afar, and he gave it. It was a Valentine's Day. And he gave it to her, and she read it, and she threw it in the trash can right next to her. Oh, my God.
That's traumatizing. I'm not going to lie.
Yo, I thought I was like, yo, that's fucked up. And the funny thing is, like, she went to Bodine, so I would see her, like, every day in the hallways.
And just think about that moment in 7th grade.
I've never forgotten. Like, I've never forgotten. Every time I see her, I'm like, fucking threw that note in the trash can. Like, it's always funny.
She definitely could have just said no and handed it back. That would have been way less painful.
Yeah, the trash can was right next to her. It's like, nah, fuck this. I remember that shit was fucked up. Nah, that was really fucked up. But okay, so you agree with my kind of theory that when women cheat, it's kind of like they're over it. Like they're like not even gonna try to make it.
Nonetheless, don't take back anybody who cheats on you. I'm not a fan of you taking anybody back who cheats.
Really? Why not?
Well, have you gone through that? One time, but I was in like 9th grade. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't for real cheating. Like, it was like, oh, he was Snapchatting another girl. Like, okay. So after that, you know, I was like, all right, we can still mess with each other. Then he was Snapchatting.
Wait, stop real quick. I want to hear what these fucking kids are saying. Bullshit is what they're saying, and then they're interrupting the fucking podcast. But I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
But yeah, he was like Snapchatting another girl, and they were like sending each other nudes in like 9th grade.
Well, that's cheating.
I wasn't. Yeah, that's cheating. Me, I wasn't like a nudes person. Like I never sent anybody nudes. So when I was like really like you going, then he did it again, and I still took him back after that. Okay. And then I was like, after that, I was like, I'm done. Never take anybody back after they cheat on you. Yeah. After that. Like, I've never cheated on really after that, but if I will, I would never take anybody back. So I feel like that's so disrespectful.
It is. It is.
Especially because we grown now. Like, you could have just broke up with me.
That's the thing. Guys don't want to break up, man. Guys, that's the thing. It's like, you know, people say that, but it's like nobody wants to actually do that because it's like, that's the whole point of cheating. It's like, I have the sure thing right here. And I can go do this more exciting fucked up shit.
Guys will not break up with you. They will cheat on you 5, 6, 7 times and not break up with you.
No way. Hell no. I'm not throwing away with sure.
And that's why you need to break up with them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. I think, you're right. I think, when guys... Yeah, that's true. I wonder... Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, because guys definitely not break. I mean, there's no fucking way. What do you think about, like, casual relationships?
I'm not a fan because I'm too in tune with my emotions. Like, if I like somebody, you're going to know that I like you. Right. So I don't feel like it could just be casual.
Right. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You either like me or you don't. And if you do like me, we need to be working towards, like, maybe not a relationship, but a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, a lot of people aren't fans of relationships. Like, oh, relationships bring problems.
Yeah.
Even though I don't agree with that. But, you know, I can't have a casual relationship with somebody.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, the story I told you in the beginning of the podcast with that girl. Like, one of the things I told my sister, like, I kind of knew, or I didn't know. But I was like, my sister asked me, it was like, would you be mad if she was talking to other guys? I was like, I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't want to know about it. Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, as long as I don't know, I don't know. So it's like, if it's a casual thing, I mean, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like, if we're both kind of doing that, and that's the thing, I kind of, as soon as she said she didn't want a relationship, I was like, okay, you know, let me try to play the game, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And I was like I told you, I couldn't really do it. Like, I'm not, if I'm talking to somebody, like, I have no want to talk to anybody else. Yeah. So, like, that doesn't, it's weird because I do and I don't at the same time. Like, I don't like feeling like I can't do it. It's like the option being removed is like that classic thing. It's like the like, what the fuck is the phrase? Like, the curiosity killed the cat or whatever the fuck is. Like, you want to feel like you can do it, but if you feel like you can do it, you won't want to do it. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. If I'm told not to do something, I'm gonna want to do it even more. So I think that's the weird thing about it. But like, as soon as she told me I don't want to be in a relationship, I was like, okay, I guess I can talk to other women. And then I was like, I don't really want to.
Yeah, like, that's exactly how I am. I definitely tried to have a casual relationship with a guy, and it went very downhill very fast.
Why?
At night, I have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
And I'm like an FBI agent.
Oh,
like,
that's dangerous.
I would scroll through your likes, your comments, your followers. And I remember I was just like scrolling through his followers. Like, this man got like 4,000 followers on
Instagram.
Crazy.
I
was just like scrolling. And I just hit this girl. I was like, oh, okay, she's pretty. Like, why do I go in the comments? So we were talking maybe like few years ago. It was like, the time was like September. Yeah. And the girl posted a picture in July, and he was like commenting like wife type of thing, and I was like,
wait, in July?
Yes. So I was like, okay,
what
whatever.
time was it at the point that you're looking at things? Was it also
September?
July? So yeah, 2 months ago.
So so I was like, okay, whatever. And she didn't have that many pictures. But then I went back like a few days later, and she had posted like an hour ago, and he was commenting. And then she has like a highlight on her page of them like going out on dates. And I was like, what? So it was his girlfriend.
That's fucked up.
So it turned out it was his girlfriend. And I was trying to have a casual relationship with. And still to the, I was at the point where I was becoming a different person. I was like, should I just text her like, girl, I be with your man, like in a nice way, like I be with your man, like I'm just trying to warn you.
Yeah, what's a nice way? I'm fucking your.
I didn't tell her till this day. They're still together, and I haven't said a word.
Oh wow!
But yeah, and then I found out she was like, so I was probably like 18 at the time or 17, and she was probably like 2 years younger than I was. So I was like, she's really young. Like, she's not that much younger, but like she was like probably like 16 or something. Yeah,
that's young.
So I was like, I'm not gonna break her heart. I'm not gonna break her heart.
Yeah, that's rough because you feel like, is this like my place to like talk
to tell you? But I learned that it, like in high school, it is not my place to tell anybody. Because I remember I tried to warn this girl, and she was like, "You're a hater. Like you just want." I was like, "All right." After that, I was like, "I'm never telling people ever again. You're just gonna have to get cheated on." Yeah. In front of the whole world, and that's none of my business.
People don't want to hear that shit. Like, you can't really help people like that.
Yes, like she literally called me a hater. I was like, I'm doing you a favor. And then she found out he was cheating like months later. I was like,
well, there you go. I mean,
that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, I try to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. Yeah, people get stubborn when they're like in that puppy love phase. It's just like,
yeah, so I never told that girl.
Yeah. But it's just funny, like I said, like I don't care as long as I don't know. But I guess you are trying to find out. Yep. I'm not trying to find out. I don't want to fucking know anything. The only reason, bro, it's so crazy. Like the one thing I tell my sister, listen, if she is, I don't want to know. She fucking posted it on her story. The one thing I didn't want to. That's what I'm saying. The one thing I didn't want to fucking know, bro. That hurt my ego so much, man. Because I don't feel like I'm one of 10. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's like egotistical or not, like narcissistic, whatever the fuck. Like that's why I couldn't do it. Like at least purposely knowing that maybe she's talking to different people. Because like I don't even need to know who they are. I feel like I'm better and. There's no like two ways about it. So same way. Yeah, so it's like I never want to hear that. So it's like it bothered me. It was like 1 of 10. all right, whatever. I was just gonna be like, do any of those fucking 10 have an apartment and a car and this and that? Exactly. Like, bet you none of them do.
They probably.
And I don't even think she was talking to anybody. I literally just think she wanted me to stop liking her. I think that's what happened. I still kind of don't believe it that she was really talking to 10 people. I just think she wanted to. She probably knew it was like, if I post this, he's gonna stop
messing with me.
Yeah, I think that's what all she wanted. You know what I mean? But yeah, as soon as I'm like the kind of person, like, I have no trouble like just stopping talking to somebody. It's very easy for me to literally just not, like, as soon as, like, let's say I get hurt or whatever, I'm like, I don't need to. And it's funny because I told her, like, okay, I'm going to, I'm just letting you know I'm going to stop texting you because, I don't want to have feelings for you anymore. And that's only because my sister told me I should do it to be, like, open and communicate, because I just wasn't going to text her.
I'm not gonna lie. After, like, if I'm done with somebody, I might contact you 2-3 days afterwards. Okay. But after day 4, I'm done.
Okay, so it takes like a couple of days for you to be like, and then
Then I'm like, all right, forget you.
Yeah. I can't do the game. That's what they call it, right? The game.
It's a mind game.
So that's why they say, like, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't hate her for doing that. Right. Like, I just knew that's just what she was. That's the game that she was in. I tried to play in this game, failed miserably. Realized right away I can't do this game shit. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. She's fucking having the time of her life in Puerto Rico. I think, I don't know. She went back home to Puerto Rico, and she's doing great.
Do you, sis?
I don't fucking know what she's doing. I muted her. I don't know. Oh, I mean, it's fucked up because I muted her, but I did actually end up going to her profile to see her shit, and it was like,
I do it. We all do it.
Yeah, it's like it stares at you. It's like fucking stays. You know what I hate that Instagram does too? They're gonna be searching any name, and then one person you don't want to see in the fucking thing, suggestions, just pops up.
That's why I block people. Like,
yeah. I be feeling like, cause I don't want to fucking see, because if I see it, like I told you, I'm a visual person. I'm gonna want to click on this fucking profile. All right, I think that was close to an hour. That was a very fruitful conversation. Hopefully that helped you. You know what I mean? Hopefully you feel better now. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You just distract yourself? You're just gonna keep distracting yourself?
Do some homework.
Yeah, do homework. Nah, man. If I'm going through a heartbreak, like I can't. I can't. If I'm going through a heartbreak, like, I literally would just not do anything. Or just play 2K all day. You know what I mean? But, like, I would ignore my homework. You know what? Listen. Let me end with this. Fuck school. Let me just say that. Because, look. Like I was going through, like, I was going through a rough patch, like, last Monday. Or the Monday before that. It was around the time this thing with her was happening. Right. And I was just like... And, like, I had a bunch of homework to do that Monday. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Because I was like, okay, I was looking at my grades. I'm like, okay, I'm able to, I can afford missing a day. Right. And I was just like, am I going to go fucking crazy? Am I going to let school fucking disrupt my mental health like that? Like, what's more important to me? Me not going fucking crazy and being overstressed and dealing with all this bullshit? Or just taking a day off and relaxing? Like, at the end of the day, like, what's more important? It's not this fucking handout that just gave me in this class. Fuck this handout. You're just busy work. You know what I mean? Like,
that's all they're doing. They don't care.
It's all busy work. And I was just like, yeah, because at the end of the day, listen, I disrespect school a lot. It's how I see it. Because it's like, they don't care, man. They don't care.
They're still getting paid.
It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Really, what matters is experience and who you fucking know. Let's be honest, it's really just connections. It's all it is. It's just connections and yeah, who you know and your experience with certain shit. That's really what matters. Like, it gets to a certain point in life, nobody's looking at what fucking college you went to. Nope. Nobody's looking at your fucking grades. You know what I mean?
GPA.
Yeah, like, that does not fucking... Listen, it's, if I tell this to my dad, he'll have a heart attack because he wants me to graduate from college. But I do think, like... And I am going to graduate, hopefully. If this online school shit keeps happening, I don't know. I might be losing hope. But just in general, like, I just think school doesn't really matter. Especially when it comes to certain things that you may want to, like, what do you want to do? Do you have, like, a thing that you want to do?
When I graduated high school, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go to med school. I'm gonna be in research in the medical industry. But now
research.
Yeah.
Research?
That's what I want to do.
That's crazy.
I still kind of want to do that, but I had this situation where I was supposed to go to Drexel. And I remember all the teachers were piping me up. You're going to get that Liberty Scholarship. You're going to do. I was like, yes. And they were like, you're the perfect candidate. That's giving me PTSD. I know. I got like all the recommendation letters. Yeah. And then I get into all the schools I applied to, but I didn't get the Liberty Scholarship. And I was like, and then I remember Miss McKay was like, I was crying. And she, like, God sent. She just randomly walked by the hallway as I was crying. Like, I had skipped class. She was like, what's wrong? And I was like, girl, I didn't get the Liberty Scholarship. And she was like, oh my God, da da da. She was like trying to be sympathetic. And I was like, and then the girl who got the Liberty Scholarship, I ain't trying to put nobody on blast, but she like knew somebody at the school, and she was like a sports recruiter. Well, there you go. Not only did she get a sports scholarship, she got the Liberty Scholarship. But it's like, why do you need both?
Yeah, why you need a selfish bullshit?
Why do you need like with the sports scholarship? She was already gonna have like a full ride basically. And then on top of that, she got the Liberty Scholarship. I was like, what is the reason? And then this is the thing. She barely graduated senior year. Like, she graduated with, like, straight D's. Like, literally, she didn't even know if she was going to graduate. I was like, and this is why. It's literally about who you know. Because I worked 10 times harder. I was like, I worked 10 times harder than this girl did. I'm, like, top of the class. You don't even know if you're going to walk on the stage on graduation in a few days.
You made me so mad with that, like, that she took both. I mean,
she literally got a sports scholarship as well as the Liberty Scholarship. So I was like, why? And then she was like, and then I'm just going to get a big refund. And then she came up to me, like, after she found out that she got it. She was like, I'm so sorry. You deserve it way more. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with your sympathy? Like, is that going to put me through college? So after that, I don't know if school is, like, I still want to go to school, but it's definitely not my 100, like, my plan in life.
I'm shook. I'm so mad. I mean, I don't know if you could. I'm trying to contain, like. I'm so yeah. We gotta end it because I don't know what the fuck. I can't believe that. That's all right. That's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Empty Opinions podcast. I'm gonna end this episode before I break this fucking set. I mean, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro. If she would have came up to me and be like, "You deserved it," I would have.
Girl, you gotta connect at the school. Tell them I deserve it. Like.
Yeah, that at the end of the day is who you know. It's who you know. It's fucked up, but at the end of the day, it's kind of what it is. But yeah, Elba, thank you so much for doing this podcast. This was a lot of fun. I would love for you to do it again whenever
I'm willing.
Yeah, whenever if you would like to do it again, I like to have people back. And I don't know. I mean, how the fuck am I gonna end this episode? I mean, you know, it's always awkward. I mean, let me just you know, what can I play? Let's listen to Eladio Carrion. I haven't listened to any of his music. What do you have a song that you like from him?
No.
Have you listened to any of his songs?
Yeah, just like cause friends listen to him and stuff, but not like I go out of my way to listen to him.
Let's see this. This is a new one that he came out with Dookie, Smoke Perp, and Hyde Miyabi. It's called Gelato. Let's just listen to it. We're gonna end with this. If it's ass, I'm obviously gonna stop. But let's see. If it's good, I'm gonna be even more mad. If the song is good, I'm gonna be even angrier. Let's see. Bro, that makes me so mad looking at that name. Because my whole life I never knew any. Eladio is a very unique name.
Estamos low key, mami, lay low. Culo grande como J-Lo. La pinto entera como Dayglow. Cara angelical y tu halo. Ella es blanquita como Kilo. Ella quiere hojana como Lilo. Yo no quiero una solo vacilo, ey. Gelato, la tengo fumando gelato, wow. Esto todo me sabe gelato. Estamos dripeando gelato. Media seta en un baco y me monte eso, yo me arrebato. Con una blanquita que fuma conmigo, yo le digo de mi lobato. Tu gato compró una taquilla en 4, que clase novato. Siempre me la como primero.
I was gonna be like, I'm trying to decide if I'm better looking than him, but we're like the same. We look the same, I think. We're both like 8s. This is great. I'm so mad. This is a good song. Yeah, it just came out yesterday.
Gelato, la tengo fumando gelato. Esto todo me sabe gelato. Estamos dripeando gelato. Media seta en un backwood, sin menos de eso yo no me arrebato. Con una blanquita que fuma conmigo, yo le digo de mi lobato.
Gelato, I'm breaking the bench and my pockets was Fargo. I put my shit on a nigga, I stuff half a milli to pocket my cargo. Yeah, smoking on cookie, I'm smoking gelato, the Rari to a little dodging potholes. Walked in with a bad bitch, geeked to the molly and she snoring lines like a barcode. And I'm on big dog status, yeah. Spend a lot of money on paddocks, yeah. Lil' shawty really digging my fashion, yeah. Got me another 50 on the back end, yeah. Gelato, I smoke to the head and I can't even think straight. Lil' purple I flex like a vet, how the fuck I just bought a new llama for mixtape.
Gelato, la tengo fumando gelato, wow. Esto todo me sabe gelato, estamos dripeando gelato. Media seta en un backwood, sin menos de eso yo no me arrebato. Con una blanquita que fuma conmigo, yo le digo de mi lobato. Gelato, fumo con los gelato.
Fuck is this?
Como con los gelato. En el cuello tengo helado. Estoy congelado como gelato. Fumo pa' matar toda la pena. Con una morena parece Selena. Guardo secretos de hotel por culpa de la fama. Con una blanca parece Hannah Montana. I'm not a bad cop, I'm not a sign, but I know I'm gonna feel right. Métome otro perco con un Xanax y el gelato que me sana. Perco con la Xanax y el gelato que me sana.
That was ass. That was so bad. What the fuck was that? Horrible. One more person. Why they so? Oh no.
Con una blanquita que fuma conmigo, yo le digo de mi lobato.
I can see why she was twerking to him. Alright, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode, and I'll catch you guys next week for episode 94. Peace.